And I'm like, I'm really surprised I haven't heard from you. And because it had now been like 5 days. And I'm thinking, I literally have heard from this person every single day. And it's like, that's the thing. You can't, for us women, because this is what happens to us, or maybe it's just me, Shannon, I don't know, but you can't text us every single day, right? And then suddenly you stop for 5 days now that we've gone on a date, because then we're going to get in our head and be like, did we do something wrong? Like, what happened? I thought the date went really well, you know. And then he replied back and he's like, oh, well, I've been really busy, blah, 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 blah. Or maybe, you know what, just tell me if I'm not your match or whatever, then have the courage, like you said, Grand,
Yep.
maybe to just say it. Like, you know, I'm not in a good place, or I just don't think we're a match, because I'd rather like cut bait now and move on to the next one.
It happens to all of us, though. It's not a
male or female
happens.
thing. It's really just a personal
Yeah.
thing, right? That's the online dating life.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Honestly, I don't
know what you said. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, you're cutting out there.
She said, are you telling her just to get over it?
No,
Well,
no,
yeah,
I wouldn't say that. No,
it
does happen. It does happen, but don't. I would say don't take it personal anymore. I'm at a point where I don't take it personal. If you do, you second guess yourself, and then you start changing yourself for the next person. Oh, this person. Then you start thinking, what happened to the date? What happened? Okay, what if I said this wrong? Or what if you don't want to do that. You're not trying to change yourself for the next person. Just be you. They don't like you, fine. You move on, because somebody eventually is going to keep you as their forever. So just keep on doing you, and you'll be fine.
Oh, that was so nice.
That was so nice. Thank you.
You like that, didn't you?
I did like that.
Give the week. Come on now. There you go.
There you go. Shannon, you're up next, girl.
Have you ever ghosted anybody, Shannon?
Yeah.
No, I mean, to me, like if you're talking like on a dating app or something, and we're talking for a little bit, sometimes you do kind of get bombarded with a lot. So if I have been accused of it on dating apps, like what happened? We were talking, and it's like, well, you know, I guess I don't really call that ghosting though. Like to me, like Michelle was saying, like when you actually go on a date, and then you don't hear back from the person, or you know, if you have you know, every morning they're texting good morning, and then all of a sudden out of the blue you don't hear from them. I mean, to me that's different than just kind of disappearing on a dating app and you haven't really established anything. Once something is established, have I ever done that? No, I have not. I don't do that to people. I'm honest with people. If I'm not into them after a first date or something, I say to them, listen, I don't see a romantic connection, and I'm honest with them. I don't play that game.
Okay, before we go to Cam, I was wondering what do you deem as you know, getting passed out of the dating app or online app situation? Is it when you give that person your number, or is it the fact that, you know, had a video call or a phone call, something like that? Can you kind of break that down, ladies? I mean, what gets past it's just the dating app, it's not ghosting because you're still in that building phase?
Yeah, I think once numbers are exchanged, or if there's a conversation on the phone or something like that, I think then you've taken it to the next level, not just a couple, you know, sentences back and forth to each other. I mean, you know, I mean, I think we can all attest to it. Sometimes the conversation, it's just, you know, it just doesn't pick up. It's dull or whatever, or, you know, and somebody else grabs your attention more. So I don't really look at that as ghosting. I think when you establish something and then they just disappear, then that's what's ghosting.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, agree with Shannon.
Cam, how about you? Ghost anybody?
I have, and then I've gone back and fixed it and just apologized. But I've also done some that I just didn't. I don't know why. I just didn't like them. Moved on. I don't know.
So
I don't like to do it.
You've actually gone back.
I try not to.
You've actually gone back and apologized for ghosting them?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I felt bad. Because there's somewhere you're on a date and you know at the end of the date, it ain't going to work. You both know, right? I mean, I went on a date with a woman about a month and a half ago. We were sitting there twiddling our thumbs going, what do we got to talk about? Nothing, so we both knew, you know what, hey, have a nice life. Best of luck to you. Let's move on. We both did the same thing. So we both cut it, right? So to me, it's like, just depends on the situation. It's all a little different. I mean, yeah, it's all, God, I hate to say it, but just every single one's different, because the personalities are different. The meshes that you have are different. Some you mesh on one level, some another level. And yes, I've ghosted. I don't like it because it makes me feel like a bad person. So, I try not to do it, but sometimes it happens, but I definitely try not to. I try to be cognizant of that because it happens. It's happened to me too. And, it's like, hey, what the hell? Great dinner, great conversation. All of a sudden you disappeared. Like, what happened? So, but yeah, it's, it sucks. I hate it. I hate doing it. I hate having it to me. And I try not to, but I have. It's just, not proud of it.
How about you, Jules? Ghosted anybody?
No, I'm not really a ghoster.
So you will tell a person if you're not interested and you just move on?
Yeah, I'd rather keep it friends if they want, because sometimes they just don't want.
Right.
Yeah. See, I was gonna ask that. How many people have had a date or have been on a dating site with somebody they went on a date on, but they still communicate with them outside of the dating app? Yeah.
I'm talking to a girl right now that I met on a dating app. We went on a date, and I guess we kind of friend zoned each other, but we still talk like every day.
Yeah. So another mutual friend of Jules and I is Jen. Hi, Jen. We dated for a little bit when she moved here from Chicago, and whatever reason, we're just better off as friends, but I love her to death. She's a great friend. We go to each other if we need to talk about stuff. And it's just, some people you mesh on certain levels. Again, it's, we're great friends, and I'm happy for a friendship, and I appreciate our friendship. So I'm good with that.
How about the ladies then? Ladies, Michelle? No,
not really.
No, see, she's all business. It's dating. Like, nope. It's dating or nothing. I ain't wasting no more extra time for you, ass. Next.
Like for me, it's like if you can't even be honest with someone that you don't know, then you're not going to be honest with anybody. Like that's the perfect person to be able to say it's not going to go any further. Like I can't hurt your feelings. We don't even know each other.
Some people think they're all that in a bag of chips.
Yeah, but I can't help that. Honestly, I can't help that. And I'm not trying, not trying to be rude. It's just, if you want to be friends, we can be friends. If you don't, then you don't.
Okay. How about Miss Shannon? You have anybody that you've dated or been on a dating app with that you still have communication with outside of the dating app?
Yeah. Actually, one of my closest male friends is somebody, I knew right off the bat that we weren't really a romantic connection, but no, he's one of my best friends. I talk to him all the time. So.
Okay, I got one last question because we've been here for a while. My last question is, if you've met somebody on a dating app, it didn't work, and then probably you back on that dating app and you see them again with a probably new outlook, they look different, or they have a different profile, a new job, or whatever outlook, like, would you give that person a second chance on that app? We'll start with Jules.
I'm actually lost with the question. What's the question?
So say, for instance, you dated, say, a woman by the name of Michelle. Say that, right. Okay? And you dated and it didn't go well the first time. So then, probably months later, maybe even years later, you see her back on the app. And you say, hey, you swipe right, whatever. Would you actually try to see how she's been for the last whatever, or try to reconnect, or try to a second time at a relationship with that person, or would you kind of just bypass it because of the first situation?
I would probably try to reach out, because there had to be something in common for us to actually want to go on a date together anyway.
Right.
So we had to have some type of communication where we have like-minded interests. So if I see her again, hey, are you still doing such and such? And like it's really no hard feelings, right, to me. But I can't control how everyone else feels. Like if they say if I did see Michelle and I'll say, hey, how you doing? And, she chose to ignore me. There's really nothing I can do about it.
No, of course. But if they were just, you guys are both adults, they just said, hey, a long time no see, you're back on the app. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Would you like to go out and do anything? Because you've already been there before. All that small talk, all that buildup is already not needed. You can just say, hey, you want to try this again? Go out. Would you do it? You'll say yes?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, the person's cool, yeah.
Okay. How about you, Michelle? Same question.
Yeah, I think it depends on the person. So, the person that I was, 5 years ago, as Cam's like, I've been doing this for 5 years. The person I was 5 years ago, the woman I was, I'm not the same person.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've definitely grown, and I don't think I look the same. I think there's just definitely different things. So I would like to think that somebody would give me a chance, but on the flip side, depending on what happened from the first date, would I give that person a second chance? I don't know. It just depends.
So yeah. But if it was mutual, if everything was just, it wasn't that time, try to give that person a chance or another attempt if they asked, or would you ask?
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Shannon? It's getting dark out there. Catch you before
it is getting dark.
Out.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, no, I mean, I honestly have had very few bad dates. So I have given guys a second chance. So like Michelle said, I mean, I'm not the same person that I was not only 5 years ago, but a year ago. I mean, I think that I'm totally different even a year ago. So yeah, I would definitely, and I have. So.
Okay. And Cam, how about you?
Depends on how it ended the first time, but if it did well, I'd be good with it. Yeah. Because you don't always pick the circumstances, right?
True. Yeah. Anyway, everybody doesn't know what everybody's going.
The woman again with the weird voice that was not very bright. Would you give her a second chance?
No. Nope. Not at all.
Even if she went through speech therapy and she was on Jeopardy?
Nope, I'm out.
Wow.
There are some stones you can't unthrow. That is one of them.
What if she just got divorced from Jeff Bezos?
I don't really even care.
Wow.
That ain't it for me. You know that.
Wow. Okay. Well, fair enough. How long have we been talking about? Almost 2 hours.
Almost 2 hours, yeah.
This is great stuff. I love it. But we have to cut it short because Jules has to go to bed. He has his tea, he has melatonin in there, and all that stuff.
Me too.
He needs his beauty sleep. No,
I have 5 a.m. clients.
5 a.m. clients. That's right. That's what he always tells me. Meanwhile, he's just telling me he's old. But anyways, that's cool. Well, see, but you think, okay, you're right. I'm not going to use the old age. That's unfair. He's old.
We're experienced.
Okay, fine.
We're experienced.
Experience.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
a good one.
I like that. Experience.
I like
Okay, you guys are all experienced.
I'm a trapper.
Experience.
Attractive to bees, but anyways, we're going to go on.
I said I'm a trapper.
Oh, you're a trapper. Oh, yeah, you and the tarantula. You and the Discovery Channel. Anyways, I want to thank everybody who was part of this lovely podcast. It's been a pleasure speaking with you guys. Again, Jules, you did it again with some great people. Love connecting to all you folks here. And we're talking about some great topics. And again, if you guys have any topics that you want us to reach out on, and if you want to be a part of it, or if you know that's something you want to talk about, feel free to give us a listen or give us a shout, a message, or whatever. Every topic is out there and open for discussion, because some of the things to be said, some things that we talked about. We talked about addiction. We talked about dating. Who knows? Go anywhere from there. Great start to something amazing. So Michelle, Shannon, Cam, I thank you very much.
This was fun, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
By all means, again, share this with your friends. I'm going to try to edit the audio part of this thing and put it out on our Spotify page. And like I said, feel free to get people to listen. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it and had fun. And we'll do it again soon.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right.
Thanks
You
so
guys
much.
have a great
Thank you
night.
so much.
Thank you, guys.
Good night.
Peace and love.
Good night, Jules.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Put some lights on, woman.
Bye.
Good night,
Yeah, I
Michelle.
know, right?
Good night, Michelle.
Sorry.
Bye.
Never stops.
I know it doesn't turn off. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
See
I'm
you.
out, folks. Good night.
Good night.